This video is about what it's like to live in Cedar Park, Texas. And if this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living here, working here, playing here, be sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every week when a new video is posted. Look, I get calls and texts and emails almost every single day from people that are moving or relocating to Austin or the surrounding areas of Cedar Park, Leander, Liberty Hill, Pflugerville, Round Rock, Georgetown. Just look at a map and you'll see where these suburban areas are, mainly on the north side of Austin. So if that's you, look down in the comments below in the comment section and you'll see how that you can call me, text me, email me, or heck, I don't care, send me a carrier pigeon and I'll be happy to respond and help. And remember, I've got your back. But let's talk about what it's like to live in Cedar Park, Texas. So there's so many things I could say when I'm trying to describe what it's like to live in Cedar Park, Texas. On the web at niche.com, they say of Cedar Park, it has a dense suburban feel and most residents own their own homes. There's many families and young professionals that make Cedar Park their home, and the schools are highly rated. And that's just the beginning of great description of Cedar Park. So I jotted down some things I thought that I would mention to you. And the first of those is location. So two things about the location that Cedar Park has. One is it's just 18 miles from downtown Austin. So it is the city that is immediately north of the city of Austin. And it's a city that has about 80,000 residents, Cedar Park I'm talking about. So you can be downtown Austin in about 20 minutes or so, unless you hit the peak traffic hours of early morning or late afternoon. So because of the location, Cedar Park is as such a desirable area, it's been noted as one of the top cities in the whole state of Texas to where people want to move. The other thing I like about the location is we're on the edge of the hill country. And I tell you what, before I moved to Texas, I thought Texas was all flat and cows, and I didn't realize about the Texas hill country. So there's not mountains, but there's canyons, there's hills. It's wonderful to drive through, to visit the small towns out in the hill country, and it's just a great, beautiful part of the state of Texas. Let's talk about the weather. Hey, this is Texas. It gets hot in the summertime. I've seen it reach temperatures of 110 plus. Now that's usually July and August, so those are the hottest months. I've seen it get down into the teens during the winter time, but that's unusual. We do have a lengthy spring and a lengthy fall, and this Central Texas area is such a great area, in my opinion, as it relates to the weather. So if you like to be outdoors, you like a climate that is somewhat mild, at least it is conducive to getting outside, then I think you're going to love Cedar Park, Texas for that reason. Things to do. Hey, we could talk all day about the things to do in and around Cedar Park. Right here in Cedar Park, we have the HEB Center, which is a large arena style indoor facility that hosts hockey, also rodeos, also major performing artists, and just all kinds of things. And it's one of the crown jewels, I would say, of Cedar Park. Sports, there's a lot of sports events nearby. There's the Dell Diamond in Round Rock that hosts minor league baseball. There is the Circuit of Americas in Southeast Austin and the Formula One racing that is hosted there. And then there's college football, of course, with the University of Texas Longhorns. Cedar Park is a great place for biking, swimming, hiking. It's known for its parks. I think there's over 60, 70 parks in the Cedar Park area. There's lots of trails, miles and miles of trails for being outdoors and walking and hiking and biking. There's swimming opportunities as well. It's just a great place for being outdoors. Restaurants. I've often said that Cedar Park residents pastime is going out to eat, and that's probably true for most of those living around Austin. There's a lot of chain restaurants here. There's Tex-Mex like Chuy's and Lupe Tortilla. There's Italian restaurants. There's steakhouses, names that you might see in other cities. But some of the local restaurants that people like. One is called Style Switch Barbecue, which is great barbecue. And if you're coming to Texas or moving to Texas or living here, you know, you've got to like barbecue. Hamburgers, of course, Texas is home to Whataburger, and it's a great place to go to get a burger and fries or whatever your favorite treat is at a typical hamburger place. And I could go on, but look, you can just do a search, an internet search, and look up the restaurants here in Cedar Park. But I do want to say you need to drive over to Round Rock. It's about 10 or 12 miles from here, and stop by Round Rock Donuts. So it is famous for its donuts, and even if you're on a diet, hey, splurge, get a donut. You won't regret it. Breweries, do you like breweries? We have 2 or 3 breweries here in Cedar Park. We have the Whitestone Brewery, we have the Red Horn Coffee House and Brewery, and we have a new one actually when I was doing some research on this that I just found that's called the Boutique. So craft beers, there's a lot of places around Cedar Park and the Austin area that you can enjoy craft beer if that's your thing. Want to ride a train? Well, the Austin Steam Train Association actually has a train here in Cedar Park that will run out about 45 miles to a nearby city, let you out, and you can walk around, you can have lunch, and then get on it and come back again. So for those that are train enthusiasts, we have that here in Cedar Park. So we have Lake Travis, which is nearby within just a few miles of Cedar Park. Lake Travis is along the Colorado River. It's 65 miles long. There's plenty of restaurants along the lake. There's a lot of boating opportunities, of course, skiing, just all kinds of water sports. And there's a zip line that you can actually zip line across a portion of the lake, and that's a lot of fun. And then also talking about living in Cedar Park, I mean, you want to know what the cost of living is. So Best Places uses an index of 100 to describe the value point system of the average city in the United States. So a city that has a score of 100 or more, the cost of living is higher there, and a score below 100, the cost of living is lower. And across the board, the cost of living for Cedar Park is 107.1, no, 107.6 in fact. Now, here's the areas in which the cost of living is cheaper in Cedar Park. So groceries is cheaper, healthcare costs, utilities, and then many things they group together in miscellaneous. But the thing that is higher in Cedar Park is the cost of housing. So it comes in at 123, and transportation comes in at 113. So depending upon where you're living, you can compare the cost of living there with the cost of living here in Cedar Park. Of course, I'm a real estate broker. Right now, we are in a very robust seller's market. It's very difficult for buyers right now because buyers are having to compete with multiple offers being made on almost any home that goes on the market within hours, within the first day, within the first 2 days. And homes are selling quite a bit above where they are listed right now. If a home is listed at market value, that home is probably going to sell 110, 120, 130% of the asking price. In new construction, builders are starting to go to the same type of process where they are actually having buyers bid against one another over the price of the home. So I tell you, I love living in Cedar Park, Texas. I moved here from Florida a number of years ago, and I think it's a great place. And if you're thinking about moving or relocating here, you know, again, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video every week. You're starting to see some other videos pop up right now. You can explore, learn more about Cedar Park, and the North Austin area. You can learn about our real estate market. And just remember, you've got to do something. Not just watch the video, but you've got to call me or text me or send me an email, or heck, I don't care, send me that carrier pigeon. But always remember, I've got your back.